Welcome back, everyone. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a request by JK. Elton John is next. I'm always excited about Elton John. Like, I just love the guy. I love his style. I love his music, orchestration. There's always some sort of surprise. You never really know what style he's gonna go for. I really love Elton John. And this one is a special request here by JK. Thank you so much, JK, for making this video happen from the single song reactions. But we have some information, not too much, just a little bit. It says here, Nick, this is a deep cut from Elton John, the very first song on his very first album, the title track, Empty Sky. This album wasn't even released in the US until after his second album became an international hit, and we got the full version. It's 8 minutes and a half. I can't wait. Like I said, I'm a fan. I haven't heard everything, but everything I've heard on the channel and also before the channel, which was years and years before when I used to listen to Elton John with my mom, she pretty much got me into this, you know? So it's always been, you know the classics, the ones that are basically played everywhere, you know, the best of. And then of course I watched the movie Rocket Man, which I loved. And you know, there's a lot of stuff that you hear within those, you know, within like the movies or the best of CDs, but there is also these really nice hidden tracks, and that's what we're looking for. Not always, but hey, you know. And look at my amazing shirt, my second Genesis shirt from my, what I would say, pretty much my favorite album, at least, you know, Phil Collins era. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, please, you know, like the video, subscribe to the channel, whatever you like, leave a comment, whatever you desire. The choice is yours. But yes, we're going to do Empty Sky from the album Empty Sky. I love the cover. Super, wow, super different. 1969. That is crazy. So without further ado, here we go. Again, thank you so much, JK, for sponsoring this. And yeah, what are we waiting for? Let's get into it. Boom. First track, first album. I like it. I think I don't need those anymore. Let's turn it up. Let's see what style of music he's playing here. Very interesting percut. Okay.
But no man flies from this place.
Okay.
Twinkling dots above, I look down from
Okay. I'm gonna rewind. Don't worry about the solo. This is amazing. It's a totally different style. It is. I mean, I can't say heavy because it's not as distorted, but it's more aggressive. It has a really great like piano. Like the rhythm is very upbeat. It is. It sounds a little bit more. Yeah. I mean aggressive. I don't want to call it heavy or anything, but it is just a more fast-paced Elton John. And I mean, it's only one track of the first album, but I love the energy here. I love his accent. I love the way he pulls that accent. It almost reminds me of like Leonard Skinner, Creedence Clearwater Revival. It is that American, very American accent he pulls, even though being British. So it would fool me if I didn't know. And I always thought actually he was American because of the almost like a southern accent, you know, but on purpose. And I know a lot of British artists would do this back in the day just to be a little bit more accessible for the U.S. audiences. And there's obviously some artists like the Beatles, you know, or some early Pink Floyd, you know, where you would hear it very British, you know. So, but I love the bass here. I love the piano. I love everything. It started with literally with some, you know, percussion there. I was totally thrown off. I'm really liking this, and I'm happy it's so long. We're not even halfway there. Let's continue. Let's continue this. But so I think there's a solo coming. Let's check it out. I love this breakdown here.
But no man ever flies from this place. Yeah. Hey, the lucky locket hangs around your precious neck. Some luck I ever got with you, and I wouldn't like to bet that sooner or later you'll own just one half of this land by shining your eyes on the wealth of every man. Yeah. And I looked high and saw the empty sky. If I could only fly, drift with them in endless space. But no man flies from this place.
Wow, that voice. can't believe it. He was only 22.
Want you to choose. Ooh, yeah. Said, get down with it, babe. I want you to down now. Right down now. I want you to
That harmonica.
get on up now. Never know why, but the sound to the sky, taking me down, all around. Gotta feel some
Wow, man. Very good. Very, very good. This is one of those situations where I would love to keep on listening, you know, just to see where this was going, because obviously Elton John is known for his amazing, you know, very epic, very grand scope compositions, a lot of orchestration, or very sentimental and love songs, ballads. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's some other stuff, you know, which is also portrayed in his best of or in the movies, you know, like the what's for example, let me just pull up the best of, like let me tell you which songs I do recall. The one, the Friday night, da 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 da, that, you know, that kind of stuff. It is, you know, that is not, we're not talking about, you know, your song or, you know, stuff like that, Tiny Dancer. But I'm Still Standing. Still Standing is after. That was basically his comeback in the 90s. I remember that because I saw a documentary of him. It was already in his early 70s or mid 70s, and they played that at the end of the documentary. No, but I'm talking about, you know, just early stuff, you know. And you can also see that he was wild. He was wild when he was young, you know. Honky Chateau. I've done some Tumbleweed Connection. But the one that I heard with my mom, I think was, where is this record? I think that they do have compilations here. Elton John compilations. Okay. It's the one where he's wearing. Let's go with this one. Maybe 92. Well, I mean, what am I talking about? You guys know Elton John. You know, you're the fans are the ones that click on the videos. But I love to hear this side of him, you know, because Elton John is, I mean, obviously well known for everything. But I mean, the crowd that doesn't really know about him, like me or just casual listeners, they know him for his, you know, big songs, you know, like The Lion King, like Disney, you know, Your Song, Rocket Man, stuff like that. But I mean, he did have like a heavier side to him, and this is really awesomely portrayed here. And I love the cover, man. It's so cool. And I just love that, you know, that energy that he has. I mean, it's not that doesn't have that energy or impact in his later recordings. I think everything he has ever written is beautiful. I even said in another video, I've never heard a bad Elton John song. I don't think it exists. It's like with Steely Dan, it's just, everything is just amazingly good. You know, so this was a great track. Thank you so much for, you know, I'm gonna have to show this to Alexia. She would have loved to do this video, I'm sure. Although, I mean, the thing is time, time is not always on our side. So I've even sometimes when I'm like, hey, I got this request, you want to sit in? She's like, it's okay, because not because she doesn't want to, but because she has some other, she's very busy. I'm also very busy, but I find the time, I just, um, uh, I'll find I find the time, so you have to. But this was great. I love the energy. Like I said, reminded me a little bit of like not exactly. I don't want to compare, but I do. I do that because that's the only thing that I can hang on to. Like a little bit of the Stones, without sounding like the Stones, but that that direction of music. And yeah, the voice reminded me a little bit of Credence, or the other artist that I mentioned, I totally forgot now, but it had like this, a little, Leonard Skinner. Although Leonard Skinner is way heavier, it's guitar music, 3 guitar piece, and all these solos. This was more piano based, bass guitar. I don't know. It's a good time. It's a good time. I really, really like this. I really want to know what's next. If there's softer playing on this, or maybe not, because I remember that in the movie he was struggling with all kinds of addictions and and craziness and rock and roll. So who knows? But we'll eventually listen to more and we'll find out. But this was a great track. Thank you so much, JK, for sponsoring this, for choosing this, and for putting it out there, into the crowd. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I appreciate it. Let me know, was this your first track that you ever heard by Elton John, or was this indeed like the situation that you couldn't even listen to this, you found out about Elton John with the second album? So let me know. Or did you did you know of Elton John through his amazing success later on in the 70s, or was this your first track ever? Let me know. It would be really interesting to know what you guys, lived through. So again, thank you so much, JK. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll see you all in the next video.